We are here. I was gonna go. I was gonna get to it a bit earlier today, but uh, it's not raining right now. But it was raining up until like this morning, and last night. I don't really quite recall what time it was, but it was later on in the evening. But last night the power went out because it was real windy and stuff like that. And then earlier today the power went out again. So it's all good. But yeah, I was gonna go earlier, but we here now, and everything's chugging along. I have been. We got Distracted Gardener. We got G Martinez. How y'all doing today? On this hopefully lovely where you are Thursday afternoon. We got Sigourney, Aaron, Alonzo. What's going on? Yes, we have arrived. But yeah, nah, it was super windy. And then knocked the power out a couple of times. But we here. But yeah, no, overall I'm good. And stuff's going really well with work. Things are going good with TYT. We got Mike Boy in the building. We got Twin Dragon. Oh, we got Twin Dragon. It's been a while. Lord of Bananas, what's going on? But but yeah, no, things are going really well with work. Stuff's going good with at TYT. And I mean, I think that things are pretty much gonna continue to go well. Stoned Assassin, what's going on? Just in terms of upward trajectory, and I'm feeling pretty good about stuff. Doing my best to keep myself in line, learning more about myself and how I tick. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, one day at a time. Ah, damn, it snowed. Well, I guess it still is about, well, it's April. Shit. The climate is just all over the place. It's about 47 here. But yeah, we got a couple of things today. We got a little bit of local news, some stuff with San Francisco. And let's see. We'll start off with this. This week actually hasn't been like crazy news heavy. I mean, there's been stuff going on. Actually, I kind of needed a few days off from streaming anyway. I was doing some other stuff. But I mean, other than true social stuff and, you know, Biden apparently had some words for Ned, stuff like that. There's just not a ton of stuff. We're gonna check this out first, and then we're gonna get into some local news. All right, let's see what's up. Oh, my bad. That was my text tone. I changed my text tone a little bit ago. I forgot about it. Hannity warns Republicans will get their asses kicked if they go full throttle against abortion. Well, down ballot, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll be interested to see, honestly. Um, let's say over the course of the next like 4 years, let's give it another presidential term. Let's. I'm interested to see over the course of the next 4 years if and how Republicans are going to address the abortion issue. Because again, there's really no way to successfully talk about it for them because they're the wing of the political uh entity in the country that stripped Roe v. Wade away rather. And red state after red state is doing everything it can to pass 12 or 6 week abortion bans, despite the fact that it's clear that people don't want that. Um, I mean, I honestly, I don't see how they really, I don't see how they can successfully address it. I really don't. I mean, what? Oh, let's do 15 weeks, guys. Like, it's just, I don't know. They really fuck themselves. But the presidential race, that's another story.
And Robert, it's good. We know what the playbook is. They will demagogue on abortion.
Demagogue.
And Robert, it's good. We know what the playbook is. They will demagogue on abortion. Republicans, they better have a good answer, and they also need to understand where the country is. If people were to ask me my personal views, okay, I'm pretty pro-life. If you're asking me politically where a politician needs to be, I would say the Dobbs decision of 15 weeks, that's where the country is. And if Republican politicians don't understand that, then, and they run on that, they're going to get their asses kicked and they're going to lose. You agree or not?
Absolutely, and it's also the way that you talk about it. I mean, when the word ban is being thrown around, Republicans are losing. When you start talking about simple limitations, reasonable limitations,
Nah, no. And again, it's easy. Oh, and two, it's a bunch of guys on this panel, mind you. But it's easy for older men like this to say stuff like but abortion is different than like the tax code. Like when you're selling a tax proposal or you're selling some type of a plan to pay for X, Y, and Z, that's when like when you word it this way and that way, that's when that shit ends up making a difference. Like a good example is like right to work laws. You know what I mean? Like you can kind of word things a certain way, especially the conservative culture, and be like, they're just trying to take your money away from you every month. This isn't fair. You should have a choice. You should have an option if you'd like to pay your monthly dues or not. Or like again in healthcare, where they're like, well, we just want option in the marketplace. We have to have competition in the marketplace. But you can't really do that with abortion because it's like a direct access to a healthcare procedure that women need for a variety of reasons. So it's just like, I don't know. This is just like the perfect face for like every Republican doofus who thinks that they're just like, oh, well, we can just explain it away. Like, no, you can't, man. Y'all fucked up. You shouldn't have done it.
and talk about the extreme being third trimester abortion and partial birth, Republicans are winning. So they have to be willing to fight that fight and stake their position and make it clear as a bell where they stand and where the extremists on abortion really are and who they are.
And again, the whole extremism thing, like that shit doesn't sell because it's not true. It's as simple as that. Like Democrats, they're trying to make it to where you can get an abortion the day before you're due, the day before you're expected to go into labor. And it's like literally nobody is pushing for that. And more, I would say honestly, kind of even more importantly than no one's pushing for that. I mean, who really wants to do that? Like, I don't. What woman, even if you're like a batshit crazy in some type of way. I mean, what type of a woman would want to wait till they're like 8 or 9 months pregnant? Now it's time. Like, I mean, how often does that really happen? Let's be serious. So again, like this whole issue, you can't sell it. You can't. Like, the fuck are you gonna say? But I mean, I guess at least they're aware of it. But that really just goes to show, honestly, that they don't. I mean, they don't care, man. The point is control. That's the point. Because if there was anything other than that, why would you take it this far? Like why would you take it this far if it was for anything other than just to control the population, basically? Long story short, make it more likely that people are poor and stay poor. I mean, that's really basically in a nutshell. Otherwise, why would you actually go through with it? I mean, they say the shit all the time. They always talking about how the country's being taken away from us and we have to take it back. Like, I mean, they say the shit all the time. But yeah, it was just kind of wild. That minute long clip, a bunch of older men. Oh, well, all you have to do is change the verbiage. Change the verbiage. It's so stupid. But it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. They feel like they've been wronged, like, but in like in a destiny type of sense, like they feel like fate has been taken from them. Their destiny, everything that their forefathers and their fathers and the forefathers before them fought for, and this is mine. I'm entitled to it. I'm supposed to just have it because. I mean, that's all it is. And you don't really have to go looking that far. You don't have to try that hard. I mean, like these motherfuckers ain't subtle. They say the shit all the time. They say exactly what they're upset about. I mean, Elon Musk, speaking of him, we got this clicked up. But Elon Musk, he comes out and says, Democrats, they want all the immigrants to come in from the southern border so that they can win elections. And it's like, dude, shut up. But again, they say it all the time. They say this shit all the time. Now, speaking of Elon Musk, let's take it on over here. Let's see. Exactly. It's like let's just let's change the whole structure of society instead of just maybe like going somewhere where I can get my way. That's kind of, I mean, it's funny to think about that because it's just like y'all got 50 states to choose from. America is a large place. It's one of the things we talk about all the time, the reality of the country being an empire, but this is a very large place. And if your conservative hick ass wants things to be super old school and conservative, you could just go to Mississippi or something, you know? But then they still run into reality. It doesn't really matter where you go. You're going to run into yourself. You're going to, no matter where you go, there you are. It doesn't matter what you do. You're always going to be trapped within your own skin, god damn it. So you can try to change, but it would be simple to just be willing to grow. You got to be willing to grow. For myself, for instance, I'm a good example. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I got genuine mental health issues and I'm okay. Like, I'm fine. You feel me? But like, I'm like, I have to be real with myself, or would I rather just, like always be crazier than necessary? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I do I want healthy coping mechanisms, or do I just want to like abuse, get racked up on dopamine? Like do I need to say this? Do I need to do this? Let me maybe take a second. You know what I'm saying? Just all in all, we all have struggles, but the shit that they complain about, honestly, it's not even that difficult. It's not even as difficult as something like getting control of your of mental health problems. It's just like, bro, like I don't know, like go do something more interesting. Like, bro, like there is somebody out here for everybody. There really is, and that doesn't mean like, and I feel like too, like a lot of what gets in our way of connection is like what we think it's supposed to be. If you feel like you a strange, weird motherfucker, guess what? It's a whole lot of strange, weird motherfuckers that you can go be yourself with. I mean, look, listen, you got whole communities of flat earthers. They call regular people who believe that the earth is spherical, they call us globe tards. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you got a bunch of people who can find it within themselves to think that, it's like the earth is flat, everything else out in space is, follows the laws of physics, but not this planet. If they can have a bunch of friends, if they can get laid, you can too. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. I mean, isn't there a show called like Love on the Yeah, there is a show called Love on the Spectrum. My shorty loves that shit. She watches it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like autistic people who have very, very, very difficult. Like I would, I don't think it's a stretch to say that a lot of these people in this show on Love on the Spectrum struggle far greater. Their struggle is far greater than these conservative peons who want to, get women back in the kitchen and take abortion access away. If these motherfuckers can find love, you can find love. We're talking about people who literally have a difficult time just socializing, period. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's pathetic. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. But unfortunate too how much damage can be caused by a bunch of men who just have problems with women in whatever way that may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, in their distorted view, Charlie Kirk, him the other day just saying the same old, oh, women they were sold this lie that they can have jobs and be somebody. you know, but it's Charlie Kirk. It's so stupid. Elon Musk X is drowning in adult content so much that you can't scroll it in public. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. X is the ultimate smut platform. I mean, look, man. I mean, you can get pretty much anything you want on there. Anybody. I mean, it is an ultimate source. I ain't gonna lie to you. If there's one thing that X is good for, if there's one thing that this platform is good for, it is the spicy content. It is the smut. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got it all. And how hilarious is that? I mean, I guess that's a part of free speech technically. It's just funny because you would think that somehow reining that in would matter. Like maybe that also is a reason why people aren't necessarily trying to advertise on the platform. I don't know. It's just funny. But yeah, I'm not even gonna lie about it, man. X is definitely a good place to get some triple X. You know what I mean? The social media network X, currently under the ownership of Elon Musk, is witnessing a disturbing surge in pornographic content. Well, disturbing honestly would be that was that's subjective. It depends on who you're asking. It really depends on who you're talking to. The excessive exposure to explicit material is causing considerable unease among its users. Well, who are we talking about here? What use? I mean, X is done. It's over. That shit is done. I mean, it's not gonna disappear tomorrow. People are gonna continue to use it, but it's like, come on, man. I mean, what's really gonna happen now? Who wants to buy Twitter anytime soon? Well, what are you really gonna do to make Twitter as relevant as it used to be? It's okay, but I don't see nobody coming in there to save it for what? We got Libby in the building. What's going on? Oh, I keep seeing quesadilla, and that's making me hungry. I think I might. You know what? I think I might. I think I might order me some quesadillas. Everything has its purpose. We're barking in the chat. I don't know why we're barking, but I don't have a problem with it. Go ahead. I guess y'all got that dog in you. You know what I'm saying? You just can't hide it. That's all it is. You woofing because you got that dog buried deep inside of you. It ain't on you, it's in you. You know what I'm saying? Keep the ism alive. Now, we got, I mean, honestly, there's really not even much to discuss with this. Everyone knows. Everybody knows what's up with X. And like, I don't really want, I got off of it. I'm not gonna get back on it, especially not now. But yeah, that's a lot of what Twitter is now. It's a really good promotion platform for sex workers of all kinds. Whether you are a digital stripper or you a stripper in where four walls meet, you know what I'm saying? Either or, X is the perfect platform for you. X is considering ways to monetize adult content. I mean, you might as well. You might as well, especially at this point. I mean, there is no, you can't rewind time. You just can't do it. Twitter's not going to be what it was. And that's cool, I guess, but at this point it's like, yeah, you might as well monetize that content because it's not going anywhere. If they listen, if they did some type of a sweep to kick off all the adult content or greatly minimize the adult content on X, you know how many people would not be on there? At least not nearly as much. That would cancel off so much usage. They can't do it. They can't do it. The sex workers have the leverage. So you might as well monetize it. Shit. Why not? But the risk tied to such content, including possible criminal activities, pose a significant concern. Well, I mean, listen, I I don't really look, when there's a will, there's a way. One of the nice things about OnlyFans does a really good job at protecting everybody. It really does. So Twitter can do the same. Like for instance, like what criminal activity? I mean, like there's words that you can't use on OnlyFans, like like you can't do violent stuff. You can't do like, there's limits on OnlyFans, basically to keep the platform generally usable for people. So Twitter can do the same thing. I mean, and also too, like OnlyFans does a good job at protecting people from like revenge porn, or just most people don't want themselves online naked. Like and most people aren't really going to be talked into it. Either you cool with that shit, either that works for you or it doesn't. And so like the OnlyFans uses AI to where if there's another person in your video or something or your picture and it's too clear, they won't let you upload it. They may have it up for a second, but then it'll go off because they make you sign like release forms, or you have to tag another user. So Twitter can do the same thing. And if you do that, honestly, I mean, like, you should be good. Because what else are we really talking about on there? What type of criminal activity? What are you talking about? That is not a a difficult thing at all to address whatsoever. Just look at what OnlyFans does. And there's a whole lot of other platforms. Fansly, I mean, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. And I'm sure that they have the exact same protocol, because why wouldn't they? If they didn't have that protocol, they would just have themselves wide open for lawsuits galore. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't really know about that. I mean, what else are they going to make money on now? Just interesting. But yeah, I mean, that's no one surprise at all. I see what you said there, Teddy. That sounds about. I mean, YouTube is a very useful platform. It really is. I've learned how to do a lot of stuff on YouTube. I mean, I would I would I think I could credibly say like 60+% of what I learn in some form or fashion is on YouTube, whether it's visual or auditory in some type of way. I remember I learned how to tie a tie from YouTube back in high school. I learned, recipes, self-help type of stuff. I mean, entertainment, education, there's endless stuff on YouTube. So, I mean, yeah, that sounds about right to me. And versus like a platform like Truth Social, where it's basically nothing more than Donald Trump running his mouth. Christina, yes, actually, I am going to I'm gonna message you, because after I pay off this last little thing in this next couple of days, I'm gonna work out, a way to get out there and stuff. I'll talk to you about like, I'll just hit you up. Matter of fact, we probably should just hop on a phone call. So I'll DM you sometime in the next couple of days, and we'll just hop on the phone and we'll figure this shit out, because yeah, I mean, I want to go. And again, I'm about to, in the next probably 4 or 5 days, I will have completely paid off some shit I was behind on. But yeah, we gonna get that popping. But yeah, they might as well find a way to monetize that shit. Why not? Why not? Um, this was just kind of funny. I was gonna stream yesterday, but there were only like 3 or 4 things. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? Uh, that's why, yes. You said $30 million heist. What you talking about? You talking about that fundraiser with Obama Joe Biden and Bill Clinton. Is that what you talking about? All right, let's see what's up. Where we at? Um oh yeah, here we go. My bad. I'm over here spaced out. We just gonna keep it moving. I'm quite stoned right now. I'm on some decent weed and there's levels to the Ritalin, because not everybody it's so interesting how it works. Honestly, drugs are fascinating. And I don't mean that like in like a oh boy, let's get high type of way. It's just interesting. The way they impact the body. And but also too just the way the industry works. I mean, drugs really sell themselves. Like you don't really have to do much other than have them for them to move, which is obviously why the control over the market is such a big deal for pharmaceutical companies and stuff like that. But I just say all that to say, like every month I'll get a prescription of Ritalin. Well, methylphenidate is technically what it's called. Ritalin's a brand name, but it's methylphenidate. That's the chemical compound. It's amphetamine. But but sometimes like you'll get it and you can tell right away that somebody different made this than the last batch I got. Like so these manufacturers, and you just think like all these insurance companies, like it's just such easy money, man. It's so like when you're and Libby talks about this a lot, but even just from like a pharmaceutical perspective, it becomes so instantly clear how rigged the fucking market is for these people to just make billions of dollars with their feet kicked up, basically. Like, what the fuck is the point of all these goddamn private insurance companies other than obviously, oh, we'll just facilitate all the money in your direction? But like again, it'll be like, oh, this pill looks different, and then like sometimes the pills will hit you differently. Like it's the same thing overall, but like some of them ramp you up a little more, and some of them are a little more mild. But it's just like, but then if you do illicit drugs, like you'll know the ones, and it does the same shit, and it's not necessarily obviously it's not as safe because you never know what's up, and it's just like raw you know, raw, whatever the fuck it is. But it's all the same shit, man. It's all the same shit. I feel the goddamn same when I'm on Ritalin as I feel every time I done did some cocaine, except cocaine is definitely it's a lot more intense. It's a lot more intense than Ritalin, but it's the same shit. And we got all these people rotting in prison for it's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. These motherfuckers are willing to give me 90 pills a month. I don't do that many pills a month because that's a lot of pills a month. 3 pills, 7 days a week. I don't do that. But it's like, God damn, like you just end up racking up on all this medication and they'll just keep giving it to you. Like, it's fucking, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. Excuse me. Now, here we go. Brutal Meme compares Gabrielle Union to Candace Owens, and Union's reaction is all of us. This was just some funny shit. Candace Owens is, I guess she's gonna try to rebrand herself as much as possible, but honestly, I don't really. I'm glad that I looked up and glanced and saw this. This was a wonderful idea. Um, and again, and y'all have heard me like over the last several weeks talk about how I'd like to get back into like shows, but I don't want to just, you know what I mean? Like I've been kind of taking my time with it, but more and more I'm thinking that stuff like this will go a long way for me to, not make it to where like every episode is all about me and shit, but just like, like really delving into experiences that I've had and that other people have had and what have you. And two, with a lot of the people that y'all have already seen as well. But yeah, no, Candace Owens is really not going to be able to rebrand herself. She can't. I mean, all she really can do is be like, oh, this is how the family structure is supposed to be. But at the end of the day, like if you go to her platform, she's still doing the same shit, man. She just play like she just plays videos from TikTok. Bruh, Candace Owens is what, 34, 35 or something? Like she's my age. She's a few years older than me. I'm 32. She's like 34, 35. No older than 36. She's somewhere between 34 and 36. But um I mean, she was playing the other day. She had on some shit. She had on some shit of this like teenage boy. Like he was like 16, 17 years old. And apparently his girlfriend had cheated on him or something. And it was like all recorded. Listen, at this point in time, I'm to the point where it's like, if I see some scenario being recorded on social media, there's a 90% chance the shit ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's on TikTok, it's like, is the story that this person telling? How do you know it actually happened? You know what I'm saying? Like people just say shit on social media, all that to get into. Why, Candace, why are you using these clips from TikTok, especially of teenage relationships, to be like, oh, this is what's wrong with women? Like these motherfuckers are like 16 years old. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? They're kids. Let them grow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's so stupid. But here we go. Gabrielle Union, Gabrielle Confederacy. And that's all it was. But it's just really just, she was laughing at it. But it's all really just to get at, you can't escape this, Candace. I mean, Candace has spent years being just a token black person for networks like Fox and getting fired from anywhere is never really that good of a look. It's not always, I mean, it isn't usually the end of anyone's career. And Candace's career is definitely not over. You know what I'm saying? Like her career is not over, but it's certainly stagnated. You know what I'm saying? It's certainly, but she was, I mean, how much further could she really ever go with that shit anyway? Oh yeah, Candace Owens be jealous as hell. That's why she always talking about Taylor Swift and shit like that. But she's Candace Owens. She does what she does. Um, what is this? Hold up. Oh yeah, grifter's gonna grift. But it was just so pathetic to see her. You know, I mean, well, it's usually pathetic to see her doing whatever the hell it is that she's doing. But it's like, man, it was like, oh, this poor boy, this poor young man. Oh, see, this is what men have to deal with. And it's like, this dude is like 15 years old. Who cares? It's so lame. Shut up. Trump fans jeer. Shout down reporter who asked Trump if he supports abortion ban. This is just so indicative of MAGA. It's so indicative of MAGA. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to question it. All I want to do is believe soundly in my Lord and Savior, Donald Trump.
Thank you, God bless you. President, we'll be making a statement next week on abortion. We're going to make a statement next week.
Bro, Donald, his supporters are worse than him. His supporters are worse than him because he literally just answered the question. I mean, this is Trump we're talking about. I mean, Donald Trump is a lunatic. He just answered the question because it was a reasonable question. I mean, it wasn't even a question about anything that Trump is involved in scandalous wise, you know, like scandal wise. He didn't ask him anything about his trials. He didn't accuse him of anything. He asked, "Do you support the 6-week ban?" And Donald Trump answered the question just fine. He was like, "We'll make a statement in a few days." But then you know, his supporters, boo, shut up. Like, it, oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with this shit, man?
Thank you, Governor.
Again, like he answered the question just fine. Oh, they're in Mississippi.
Mr. President, do you support the 6-week abortion ban on the Florida Supreme Court?
We'll be making a statement next week on abortion. We're going to make a statement next week on abortion.
Why are they saying USA right now? What? Why are you chanting USA? He asked about abortion today. USA, USA. Oh my God. Some stupid motherfuckers in this country, man.
Sir. God bless you, sir.
Mr. President, what would you tell Prime Minister Netanyahu?
What did he even ask? Don't ask him any questions. Just let him be great. Just let Donald Trump be great. I couldn't even hear what he asked. My guess is that they're booing because this person is like probably with CNN or something. Yeah, they're exactly, Libby. That's all it is. But my guess is he's probably with some type of center or liberal network. So I guess anything they say they're gonna boo then in that case.
Prime Minister
Oh God. Oh, yeah, it is really a cult. Because again, it like what are you booing for? Oh, he must be with CNN or something. That's probably what it is. He must be with CNN. But it's just like, what the hell? Like the reporter asked an incredibly normal question, and you would think that the people who were in there, well, exactly, he definitely won't say anything about it next week. But I mean, honestly, you would think that the people in there would have been kind of happy to hear him say, yes, I support the 6-week ban. I mean, Donald Trump isn't going to say that because even he knows that would be catastrophic. I mean, if he came out and said that, I mean, that wouldn't necessarily. He wouldn't do that because come on, 6 weeks is crazy. That's crazy. Okay, what we got now? We got my man's Karl Rove. He's bewildered by Donald Trump right now or something. Why Trump has done this is beyond me. Fox's Karl Rove goes scorched earth on ex-president's pledge to pardon January 6th defendants. I mean, see, that's the type of thing that like really is not going to sway anybody. That's not going to reach out to any of the groups that he needs. This is very liberal conservative, but I just want to hear what he says.
Take President Bush's White House veteran Karl Rove. He has run many Republican campaigns, many winning ones, by the way. He currently works as a Fox News analyst, which is one of those deals that keeps him off other channels. Although I recently interviewed him and some other Republicans at the Rancho Mirage Writers Festival. I talked to Mr. Rove and former Trump Chief of Staff Reince Priebus and another Trump White House veteran known for her January 6th testimony, Cassidy Hutchinson. You can see us there. Now, for Karl Rove, I asked him about January 6th enduring and really now shifting role in this campaign. He said something interesting. He argues Democrats should actually go even harder at Trump's lawless stance and the vow to pardon what Rove, and you're about to see this, what Mr. Rove calls MAGA thugs.
No one other than like people like us and like, again, older liberals are even going to see this because y'all in here talking about, oh, he's still alive.
Thugs.
Oh my God.
Not hostages. I got to tell you, we get to talk to a lot of people
This is the most liberal shit ever. We got Karl Rove. When Karl Rove ain't gonna switch out nothing.
Try to get sourcing and information from a lot of people, especially those who have served in government, when we do interviews. This one was pretty striking. I'm going to share Mr. Rove's new remarks at some length right now for you here, airing on the beat for the first time.
He building all this suspense up, but it's just Karl Rove.
If they were smart, they'd take the January 6th and go hard at it. And they would say, he wants to pardon these people who attacked our Capitol.
I don't necessarily disagree with what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think Democrats should go harder just all across the board. It's just funny that it's like, oh, Karl Rove, like, bro, you know how many the people who Joe Biden needs to vote for him, I'd be willing to bet that a good 70 to 80% of them have never even heard of Karl Rove before. You know, so that's why it's funny. But I don't really disagree with what he's saying.
Worked in that building as a young man. To me, the Congress of the United States is one of the great examples of the strength of our democracy and a jewel of the Constitution. And what those people did when they violently attacked the Capitol in order to...
Hey, that shit really is crazy that these motherfuckers ran up in the Capitol for Donald Trump.
Stop a constitutionally mandated meeting of the Congress to accept the results of the Electoral College is a stain on our history, and every one of those sons of who did that, we ought to find them, try them, and send them to jail. And
woo! I mean, there's really nothing else to say in regards to that at all. Hold on, what we got? I think, do I have two? Okay, I think I probably can just open up this one. I had two pulled up, but I don't think I really need to do it. Let's see. Trump suffers pair of setbacks as judges reject calls to dismiss charges. Donald Trump suffered a pair of legal setbacks today, on Thursday, as judges spurned his calls to dismiss criminal charges over the former U.S. President's efforts to overturn his 2020 loss in Georgia and his keeping classified records after leaving office. Separately, one of the Republican presidential candidate's allies, former Justice Department official attorney Jeffrey Clark, faced the risk of disbarment after a Washington panel found he violated some attorney ethics rules in his attempts to enlist the agency to help overturn Trump's loss. Those cases represent just one of the legal entanglements facing Trump, who has been this dude, man. He's so stupid. Okay, who has been criminally charged in 4 cases as he challenges Democratic President Joe Biden in the November 5th election, with the first ever trial of a sitting former U.S. president due to get underway in New York on April 15th. Florida-based U.S. District Judge Aileen Cannon on Thursday rejected Trump's argument that the case accusing him of illegally holding on to classified documents should be thrown out on the basis of his argument that they were his personal records rather than government property. No, they were mine. They were mine because I say so. Because I say they're mine, they belong to me. He doesn't really believe that. It's just that, it's Aileen Cannon. So throw me a bone. Help me. That's all it is. He knows that's bullshit. But he probably believes it at the same time, too, because he's crazy like that. Trump has argued that his retention of highly sensitive documents at his Mar-a-Lago, these letters are just smaller on my end, so I'm just having a harder time reading in my bed. Where are we? Trump had argued that his retention of the highly sensitive documents at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida after leaving office in 2021 was authorized under the U.S. law that lets former presidents keep personal records unrelated to their official responsibilities. Prosecutors in the case brought by special counsel Jack Smith have said the documents relate to U.S. military and intelligence matters, including details about the American nuclear program, and could not be construed as personal. In an earlier Thursday setback, a Georgia judge rejected Trump's bid to dismiss criminal charges in the state's 2020 election interference case against him, which Trump argued violate his free speech rights. I can do whatever I want. Just let me go. Just let me off. That is a good point, Alonzo. That's a very good point. I mean, it's not as well, maybe he could sell them, maybe he could utilize them for leverage. That's his thinking. That's absolutely Trump's thinking. It's that I can, I might be able to use these for something. Whether it be to show them off to people or maybe somebody will want them. That's all it is. But yeah, but that's what it has to be because it's Trump we're talking about. On top of the fact that my man's really, doesn't do a whole lot of reading. So yeah. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee found that the indictment alleges statements by Trump and 14 others charged in the case were made, quote, in furtherance of criminal activity and are not protected by the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. All he said, Trump, all of them they're all politically motivated, all the cases. He still has several pending challenges. God, this guy, man. And again, it doesn't matter what he does. It really doesn't. His base will never abandon him. His base will not leave him. Okay, no, we don't need to go over that because that kind of touches over what we've already done. Well, apparently Joe Biden has had some words for Netanyahu. Hey, man. Hey, stop it. I mean, Netanyahu could just be shut down so easily, but Biden, quote, made clear to Netanyahu that U.S. policy in Gaza depends on immediate and measurable action on human suffering.
To monitor.
But they just sent Israel more weapons. But yeah, I got words. I just sent you a bunch of weapons, but I got some words for you though.
Secretary Blinken, as he continues to speak live there from Brussels, as the White House has released the transcript of that call from Benjamin Netanyahu, the readout does say that Biden made clear the need for Israel to announce and implement a series of specific, concrete, and measurable steps to address the civilian harm, humanitarian suffering, and the safety of aid workers there. Much more coming from that call. We'll have that for you. And now we're going to bring in Congressman Mike Waltz, serves on the House Armed Services, Foreign Affairs, and Intel committees. Sir, thank you very much for joining us. We're digging through some of what we are learning was discussed on this call, including what we just heard from Secretary Blinken. Biden also emphasized to Netanyahu that the strikes on humanitarian aid workers and the overall humanitarian situation are unacceptable. Your reaction to what you have heard so far?
Thanks, Sandra. Well, I would first.
We got Donald James in the building. I'm doing good today, man. I am doing pretty good today, in fact. Hope you're doing good as well. Thank you for being here.
First, remind everyone that under President Biden, we had a civilian aid worker strike during the disgraceful withdrawal from Afghanistan that killed
Whatever.
7 children and 3 humanitarian workers.
I mean, there's really not even a point of even finishing that, honestly. I mean, until the Biden administration actually does something. See, and this is what I mean too. Like, I mean, I did need a few days off from streaming, but this is what I meant when I said like this week there just kind of hadn't been that much to discuss because a lot of shit like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the White House approves more weapon sales. Like, oh, another day, you know what I'm saying? Another day in America. Oh, Joe Biden had some tough words, like. Okay, Joe. Didn't you? I'm pretty sure you just sold them or approved a sale of like some type of killing machine fighter jet or something like that. Sent them some bombs and stuff like that, because they don't have enough. They don't have enough bombs. They don't have enough bullets, weapons. It's not enough. They need more. And it's like if I mean, obviously we know corruption, money. That's really what it comes down to at the end of the day, the dollar bill. But other than that, it's like. I mean, you have all the evidence in the world that this is really what's killing, the majority of what's killing your campaign where you need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you got to do stuff domestically, but this issue in particular is really causing your campaign problems, and you're not doing anything about it. So until you do, there's really not much to say. There's really not much to say. All right. Right. And speaking of, if there that's something Biden did well. You know what I'm saying? Like that's actually something Biden did pretty good. Oh, we gonna go ahead and get up out of here. And then when the critics were like, oh, we shouldn't do this, Biden was like, shut up. We need that's Dark Brandon. We need Dark Brandon to reveal himself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you got to get bit by a radioactive spider. I don't know if you have to, I don't know what the fuck has to happen to you. You got to drink a magic potion. What has to go down? Do you have to go underneath some type of hypnotherapeutic process to get Dark Brandon to reveal himself to say, you know what, Netanyahu, fuck you. Okay. I'm the goddamn president of the United States and you're not. So shut up. That's what we need right now. But I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Um, let's look over this. Yeah, right, exactly. It's like, Biden, it's like my man's you have had ample time. You still have ample time. That's the craziest thing about it. This dude still has ample time, but every day matters. And it's like, God damn it, dude. Like you can oh God, don't lose to this dude. Just I mean, let alone the damage that in the chaos that Trump is going to cause. Can you imagine losing to Trump? Like, God damn. And you're the incumbent. You have everything you need. You have literally everything you need and more to honestly easily win this election. But it's like, I don't know what the fuck that was because I don't know what the fuck Joe Biden is doing. So I guess that was appropriate at the end of the day. I guess that noise I just made actually made sense because is what the fuck Joe Biden is doing about it all. San Francisco mayor seeks mid-rise solution to housing shortage. Skyscrapers don't pencil, so city should focus on 6 to 8 story apartments. Okay, now I'm hoping that but Joe Biden needs Obama. I mean, he got it. I mean, but Biden needs to, we just, basically discuss what he needs to do, but he needs Obama. You got to wake the people up, man. You gotta energize the people. In San Francisco, future skyscrapers stacked with homes are out, while 6 to 8 story apartment buildings are in. Mayor London Breed said the city should prioritize smaller projects that would help San Francisco meet a state goal to build 82,000 homes in the next 7 years. In a letter sent to the Planning Commission, Breed said mid-rise developments in the 6 to 8 story range will help usher in faster compliance with the state-mandated housing element or blueprint for tens of thousands of new homes. She said she spoke with housing planners and lenders who pointed the tough economic conditions to make skyscrapers challenging to pencil out, but added that high-rise projects should still be considered on the city's widest and busiest streets. Oh, this is developer talk right here. Oh yeah. The mayor also said the city should try to increase the density of developments near transit and commercial zones. Yeah, I agree. Without stretching height limits. Breed's proposal. Hold on, where we at? Breed's proposal suggests a strategy known as density decontrol, which seeks to increase the number of units inside a parcel. Could be expanded to other parts of town. I've never been to San Francisco, so I only know bits and pieces about it. I know I'm going to be there soon. I'll probably be in San Francisco this year. Honestly, I'd love to go, and I'm about to be up in Cali all the time anyway. But I know San Francisco's like super hilly, or like shit be like this apparently and stuff like that. But but yeah, I guess maybe this will help out. I don't know. I've never been to San Francisco before. Yeah, I agree. We need more. We need more public housing. Decent public housing. All right, hold on, what we got here? What we got? We got Miss Roseanne. Miss Roseanne. Yeah, no, I mean from everything I'm looking forward to being in San Fran. For sure. But no, I haven't been there yet. Roseanne Barr with Carrie. California is just a beautiful fucking state. It just is. I mean, pretty much everywhere I've been in Cali is beautiful. I mean, uh, you got your and even like Northern Cali because it's it's just different. It's laid out different. Like they got um, the pine trees. It's a bit cooler. Still beautiful though. And then LA's gorgeous. San Diego, I've only been a few times, but God, San Diego is beautiful. It is so goddamn pretty. Cali's dope as hell. Roseanne Barr with Carrie Lake and Mar-a-Lago warns youth, quit devil worshipping, baby blood drinking college. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, what is she talking about?
Hey, old bro, how are you doing? I'm here at Mar-a-Lago supporting Carrie Lake, and it was a fantastic evening, and our Trump is here being the DJ, and I've just danced, and everyone's amazed. So I'm just going to say to you, please drop out of college because it's going to ruin your lives.
Oh, yo, I'm honestly genuinely asking, what's up with her? Like, is she diagnosed with something, or like, what's up with her? Because, like, I mean, even if you were to just look at this still face, like, what's up? She said, "Don't go to college. Drop out of college. It'll ruin your life. We don't need college educated. We don't need a college educated workforce at all. Period. We don't need anybody in college whatsoever because Satan and demons."
Do me a favor, drop.
Oh, and she said, "Do me a favor too." She didn't say, "Do yourself a favor." She said, "Do this for me." While you're at it, why don't you go ahead and do it for me? Do it for me, baby.
Out.
I'm about to start saying that all the time. Do it for me, baby.
They don't teach you nothing good. Email.
Yeah, I think she's on drugs too. I agree. Because I don't. I mean, because again, I'm fucking crazy myself. But like, yeah, I think she probably on drugs or something.
Me or Twitter me or whatever you call me, and I'll help you with your life. But you got to get out of college.
Well, she's drunk. She's fucking drunk. Probably drugs too. But she's fucking drunk.
Isn't nothing but devil worshiping baby blood.
I'm like, what's going on with her while she has this huge glass of wine just floating in my face? Why is she acting like this when there's a big cup of alcohol in her hands?
Drinking Democrat donors.
That's Trump. That is Trump in the back, looking like he's a World War II naval salesman. I mean, naval sailor. He's a Navyman in World War II. That's what he looks like right there. He looks like he's in really good shape. He's been working out his whole life, even though Donald Trump has said before that, hey, bro, like, I don't work out because the body is like a battery and it only has a certain amount of energy into it. So you got to conserve the energy basically by not really moving around all that much. Like, what? But look at him, here clearly my man's is in good shape.
Love ya.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, like, probably drunk or something, but is she bipolar or something like that? I don't know. Cause like, I don't know what else it could be. Cause narcissism is like something that ain't really gonna make you do this. Narcissism ain't gonna make you do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, a car hit her? Oh, damn, she got hit by a car? Damn. Oh, she do look like she sure do look like the third sister from Hocus Pocus, don't she? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm borderline personality disorder. I'm not like terrible with it, but I'm borderline. But she act, I don't know. Did she act like she, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, like she hit her head or some shit. Like she's bipolar. I don't know.
Hey, old bro.
But she drunk here. What the fuck did she say?
Supporting. Hey, old bro. How
Did she say, hey girl, bro? Is that what she just said?
Hey, old bro. How are you doing? I'm here at Mar-a-Lago supporting.
Yes, yeah, exactly. She looked like she about to read your palm, like she got a crystal ball. Yeah, I don't know, man, because again, I don't really know what would make you act like this other than like drugs or some shit.
Carrie Lake, and it was a fantastic evening. And our Trump is here being the DJ, and I've just danced, and everyone's amazed. So I'm just going to say to you, please drop out of college because it's going to ruin your lives.
She said it's gonna ruin your life, but I think she's clearly drunk here or something. I don't know. But yeah, no, she's not well. She said drop out of college because it's gonna ruin your life. Baby blood, Democrats and demons. Hold on, what we got here? Okay, no, that doesn't matter. Oh, we got Ted Cruz. Oh God. Oh, can we please get rid of Ted Cruz? Do it for me, baby. Please get rid of Ted Cruz. God damn. Ugh. Fucking Ted Cruz. Jesus. Ted Cruz snaps at reporter for asking about questionable fundraising. It really is sad what's happened to the media. I'm Ted Cruz.
To this.
It's really sad. Oh, God. Oh, I strongly dislike him. I don't like him, man.
This morning, there are plenty of questions surrounding Texas Senator Ted Cruz's fundraising arrangement with the company that distributes its podcast, the company iHeartMedia.
Yes, getting hit by a car definitely didn't scramble her brain in that way. But other than that, like just like the loony shit, it's like what? Like, again, because I'm gonna end up, again, I got problems, but I'm not like, oh, look, there's Mickey Mouse. Like, I don't got problems like that. You feel me?
Media employs lobbyists, and senators cannot accept financial gifts from lobbyists. Our partners at the Houston Chronicle uncovered records showing iHeartMedia.
Yeah, y'all right. I think it is. It's the MAGA poison. It really is that. That's really what that shit is.
Donated more than $630,000 last year to a PAC, which, according to
I think was it this that because Ted Cruz played a strong role in what did he challenged some law that basically now made it such that you can loan more money to campaigns than you could before. So there was like a limit to how much money could be loaned or how much money you could loan yourself to your own campaign. You know what I'm saying? To like keep corruption down. And he basically just X that amount. Something along those lines. It had to do with loan limits and how now there's not a limit on the loan anymore.
its own website exists to.
And I'm not sure if this is what she's referring to at the moment.
From lobbyists. Our partners at the Houston Chronicle uncovered records showing iHeartMedia donated more than $630,000 last year to a PAC, which, according to its own website, exists to ensure the senator's reelection.
So if an entity which employs lobbyists is giving hundreds of thousands.
All right, so yeah, I just looked at the brand because I was genuinely asking like what's up with her, because she just act, I don't eat that makes sense. And then you got Kanye, he's just, he's bipolar, but he's also just dumb. So, but Roseanne just seems a bit different. Kanye don't be talking about I was about to say, does Kanye talk about baby blood? He probably does. He probably does. I'm sure he has.
Of dollars a year to your reelection efforts. How can you say you're not being compensated?
You know, it really is sad what's happened to the media, which is the media exists right now seemingly to parrot left-wing Democrat attacks. The group that brought that complaint. Hold on a second. Let me answer your question. You asked the question.
Right, she literally didn't add. Ooh, he mad. He's snippy. He mad
about it. The group that brought
shut up, bitch, and let me finish.
that attack is a left-wing Democrat attack group. And by the way, you know what you didn't mention in your question? The fact
he is. He just, oh, look, isn't that the perfect? As soon as I read smarmy, that's like the perfect face. Like he just walks around like that's just the, he's, America. Can we please get rid of this guy? Well, you know what I mean. Can we vote him out of office? Can we please vote Ted Cruz out of office? Please. Oh, God.
That they filed a complaint with the Senate Ethics Committee raising these same issues. You know what the Senate Ethics Committee did? They threw it out. They said it had no basis in law.
We did confirm with the Cruz's campaign that he is referencing a 2022 complaint lodged with the committee, which challenged the.
And he's so full of shit, too. And that's another thing because it's like Ted Cruz isn't dumb. I mean, well, what I mean is like, you know, Ted Cruz is very well educated. Ted Cruz knows what the fuck is going on. He's just a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Ted Cruz is not as dumb as he acts like he is. He's just a piece of shit.
Podcast deal alone and not the money pumped into the PAC the following year.
Ted Cruz is very well aware of how things work.
Which iHeartMedia has said is sourced from.
Yes, he does look like that. He does look like he perpetually smells like a fart. And he looks like, oh God, he's just, can we please get him out of office?
Ad revenue from the show.
Well, my man, you drinking tonight? My man's Mike boy, you drinking tonight? You sipping on some shit tonight? He was like, man. Oh God, just if you don't do it for anybody else, do it for me, baby. Please get him out. Please, just get him out of the Senate, you know. But look, listen, we had a very enjoyable Thursday stream. And I'm glad for a lot of the comments. I'm also glad for the comment from G about, I mean, just kind of, you know, maybe opening up and discussing more things about my life. I think that'd be useful because I'm actually quite a relatable person. I am. So a lot of the things I've been through are many of the things other people have been through and deal with and struggle with on a daily basis. So I think that's a good idea. Also, man, we got to talk about me and my boy Kyle. We gotta hop on and talk about Godzilla and shit. I might go see that in the next couple of days. I don't know. We got to talk about Godzilla. We got to talk about a couple of things, man. I got to rant about Star Wars because, bro, Star Wars could be so amazing. Well, Star Wars is amazing. What I mean is the movies. They could make such amazing movies because Star Wars has so many great stories. You just bring some of the stuff from Legends into canon. Oh my God, the Old Republic. But no, they don't want to be great. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be, oh, let's make a movie about Rey. Like, no. Why are you y'all just made a fucking trilogy series that people really didn't like. So let's make another trilogy series starring a character like why? Oh, but hey, yeah, we gonna have to hop on. we gotta hop on. Oh yeah, because then my man, I saw like the clips of brother King Kong. He was slapping around the other monkeys with the goddamn baby. He was beating up, he was beating up the monkeys with a baby monkey. He fucking, man, yeah, someone else mentioned X-Men 97. I gotta get back. I gotta get on that too. Yeah, man, we gonna have a good time. But yo, he picked up the baby monkey by the foot and he was clubbing the shit out of these other ones. I was like, man, if that was real, that baby would be dead as hell. I was surprised. I was like, damn. But yeah, we got to talk about that. He said it's so woke, it's super woke. Oh yeah, we got to get on that. Um, oh yeah, hell yeah. I was shit. We need to do another advice podcast. We need to do another one because that should be fun. That shit is always a good time. But look, y'all have a fantastic evening. Today was fun. We had a good time. I got a couple of things I need to do. I'm about to work out. And yeah, y'all enjoy yourselves. I appreciate everything, and I will see you tomorrow.